Um, there we go. Welcome to Popcorn Buckets. Today we are back at it again with the white vans.
Dude, this is not 2005.
No, you're right. This is Popcorn Buckets.
You're right. We're stuck in the early 2000s.
Yep. And we're live with the raccoon.
Live
Back
with
at it again.
man. Look at Daniel back with him. Wait, you said it was another one too. It was back at it with the white vans, and it was another one.
I don't know, but we're on Riverside FM.
Riverside FM. Record your voice.
Yep. We are not on the Random Hour today.
We are not. We are on Popcorn Buckets, the movie podcast that you didn't ask for, but you got anyway. So buckle up. Yep. Kyle, tell the other people what we watched today.
Yo Mama.
First of all,
hold on a minute.
I'm Googling it.
No, I didn't find a movie for that. I did look though, because I wanted to keep the joke going.
Oh, you wanted to keep the joke going?
Yeah. But no, we watched. Sorry, that was actually me stalling so I could get to it. The Mummy's Tomb, 1942.
No, The Mummy's Hand.
I went too far down. My bad. The Mummy's Hand, 1940.
There you go.
Yeah. Could you recap the movie, Devin?
Okay, so this one.
This is where we start getting bad.
This is bad is an understatement. What are you talking about? Dude, I didn't even know what I was watching. The movie's only an hour and 6 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got 30 minutes in, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm watching anymore.
I told you we should bump up the first movie when we were rating it because of this very thing.
I knew that going in, but I was like, oh, we'll just record the episode. It'll be okay. God, but watching that movie today, I was like, what does this have to do with a hand?
Oh, no. Like, it's not an actual hand. That's later. That is in the 1964 movie. That's not important, though. This one is like person that does your bidding, like right-hand man.
Okay, that's right, because they were talking about how the same guy from the first one took the box. Like, they kind of recapped the original Mommy's movie a little bit, in a way. The guy got buried alive. And then it dived into that, and then you meet the two main characters. The main macho guy, who I am also convinced is a con.
Is a what?
Is a con man. Like, you can't tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, I could. I can only take so much bad things one day, Devin.
I'm telling you. Like, they conned that poor magician out of his money. Come on, they weren't really going to go on no expedition. Yep. And it was just so bad. And it was... Basically, that's how it was. Our two main characters meet this girl, which that girl was packing some heat.
Oh, in what context?
She pulled out that, how the kids say, she pulled out that switch, and she let that thing go.
Yes, how children talk.
Dude. When was the last time you've been in a school building?
About a year ago?
Yeah, when they're talking about switches, they ain't talking about the briar plant that you're about to get put on your butt. They talking about that old...
The Glock?
They talking about that Glock.
The Uzi?
The Uzi. That Colt 45, man, out there.
All right. So, do you want me to dive into my notes?
Yeah, go ahead. Cause
I don't have a lot of notes for this one.
You just want to sit here and trash it? Go ahead.
I'm not saying that. It's a good concept. Poor execution.
Oh,
The
poor X.
1959's The Mummy executed it so much better.
Okay.
Um, a couple of comical, out of work archaeologists,
Yep. I'm
Dick
okay.
Foran and Wallace Ford, in Egypt, discover evidence of the burial place of the ancient Egyptian princess Anaka, um, after receiving funding from an eccentric magician, Cecil Kellaway, and
Mm-hmm.
his beautiful daughter Peggy Morin. They set out into the desert, only to be terrorized by a sinister priest, George Zuko,
Yep.
uh,
The sun.
and the living mummy, Carlos, um, Tom Tyler, who are guardians of the Anakuru's tomb. Do you know why I just recapped the movie, Devin?
Because that was literally the whole plot, and it was just
It
poorly.
was, and I watched it, and I was like, "Did I miss something?" And I looked at the plot, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't miss a single thing.
No, you didn't.
Nothing
Literally.
of importance was missed."
No, that was literally the whole movie. Like I was watching it, and we saw the mummy like what the last 20 minutes of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, where is it? All we got are there bickering. Got a girl carrying out that Glock. A magician that's like, here's all my money, go digging. And then all the locals are like, nope, that tomb is scary. We're not going near that tomb. And you
Mm-hmm.
just got, oh, it was so bad this morning. I was just like, dude, what am I doing? I'm just glad
Yeah.
it wasn't like a 2 hour movie. I was like, well, an hour of my life wasted.
During the exposition, the pronunciation of Kara's name goes from Karis to Karis to Karis, uh, with an even with even the same actors, George Zuko and Eduardo Canali, using multiple pronunciations.
Right.
Professor Adab has Marta strapped to the stone table. In one shot, Marta is laying on the table without straps, but in the next shot, the straps reappear. In Kyrus's tomb, Dr. Petrie is killed. Steve and Babe go running into the tomb, and Dr. Petrie's body is obviously not on the floor. Um, a few seconds later, Babe looks down and sees Dr. Petrie's body on the floor next to the table. After they discover Ollie's body in the tent, Babe and Marta are sitting down in front of the fire. Marta's has her head buried in her hands as Steve starts to sit down beside her, and she raises her head twice. Seconds later, Steve clearly calls her Maria.
Maria, count me in.
What?
Dear Maria, count me in. All time low. I got your picture. Dear Maria,
I was
count
thinking of
me
a very
in.
different song.
What song were you thinking of?
What was it? It's from West Side Story.
Uh,
Maria.
Maria, Maria. Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was thinking of musicals. Um, After the obvious stuntman, Professor Anam played by George Zuko, tumbles down the long flight of temple stairs. The scene cuts to the second shot. About midway down the steps, the body is facing the other direction.
Hmm.
You may have noticed what I'm doing now. I'm just calling out things in the movie. When
Well, it was
Steve's.
so bad. And
Yeah.
I was sitting there, I was like you, I was second guessing myself. And I was like, you know what, at this point, I'm just going to watch it because I knew we were going to record this today. And I was like, you know what? I know I'm not this dumb. I was like, Kyle's gonna have to help me here. But then in reality, we're both on the same page. We both read the same book. And that book was missing some pages.
Only on popcorn buckets can you experience this. When Steve enters the chamber where Maria is tied up, he enters from the position lined up with the top of her. Marta. I said Maria.
Dear Maria, count me in.
Marta says, Steve, before her eyes had been able to see him. The revolver can shoot more than 6 shots because it is a trick revolver, as stated by Marta before she goes to visit
Yeah, that's another
Steve and
thing
Babe.
too. Dude, she just pulls that thing out and she just
Got that strap on me.
give me my daddy's money. And I'm like,
Where's my money?
that's all she said. Where my money? Give me
You better
money.
have my money.
Dude, they're getting chased by a zombie. What about my money?
You holding my $20? Give
Give
it
me my
here.
20.
Marta, we're being chased. Marta, we're being chased by the mummy. I don't care. Does
Give me my
he
20
have my money? You know what? This movie could have been solved if they just told Marta that the mummy had her money.
He's got your money, and she just pull out that. She gonna pull out that thing.
Say less.
See, that would have made the movie a whole lot better. Let's say less, my guy. I'll be back. And it just you just hear,
Strap on her.
bro, and you just hear say less, and all of a sudden you just hear, boo, boo, boo. Here's my money. The end.
She gets done shooting the mummy. He didn't have
Yeah.
my money.
He didn't have my money.
Meanwhile, she's like taking their wallets and be like, this isn't my money, but I'm gonna take it. Now
Um,
where's my money?
now where's my money that you originally had?
In the bar fight, an actor in the scene is thrown against the wall, causing it to move briefly about 4 to 5 inches apart from where the joints are adjacent section. I've got more fun fact trivia on IMDb, or do you just want to go ahead and rate it?
We can go ahead and rate it. Because
Okay.
this movie, the only good quality about this movie is obviously that we've joked about for a good 2 minutes was the Colt 45.
Yep.
Where's my money?
Where's my money?
Where's my money?
If that's not a YouTube or a TikTok set, well,
It is. Where's my money? Yay! I want my money. Yay!
no, I'm saying a clip from this episode, but TikTok ain't gonna be around much longer, Devin.
No, we'll see what happens. Who knows?
It's supposed to get banned the 19th of January.
Yay! I can't wait.
Yep.
They actually went through with that.
I mean, they shot a billionaire, so I mean.
Anyways, what are you rating this?
A 1.25.
Oh, you're generous.
I know. What are you rating this?
A 1?
No. Oh, that's not the right. Oh. 1 out of 10. You know what that combines our score to?
A 2.25?
Yep. Would you like to know what this movie is rated?
Sure.
Are you sitting down?
I am sitting down, yes.
It is a 6 out of 10 on IMDb.
Stop. My
Rotten
glasses
Tom-
are on. There's
Rotten
no...
Tomatoes. It is. Okay, maybe there is some hope. Tomato meter is 60%.
Stop. They're being generous.
Popcorn meter is 48%.
They're still being generous, but alright, we're getting realistic.
Yep. So, yeah. Let's see what else we have rated as a, what is it, a 2 point?
Yeah, 2.25.
Yep. 2.25. Oh, boy howdy. We've got records
You do?
Mm-hmm. This is our first 2.25.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So if you give me a second, the mummy's hand, 1840. Devin rated this
A 1.
Yep. And then Devin rated this a 1. All right. Yep. So we're rating this higher than the killer sofa at 1.75.
Wow.
Remember, killer sofa was really bad, but very funny.
Wow. Hold up. The killer sofa needs to be higher than this. Yeah, the killer sofa was bad, but it made us laugh. This didn't make us laugh besides old girl with a Colt
Well,
45.
hold on a minute. At a 2.5 out
Okay.
of 20, we have Gamera versus Virus in Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Ugh, those need to stay where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, and just for kicks and giggles, 3 out of 20 was Hell Comes to Frogtown.
I just had flashbacks of frogs, tatas.
Would you like to know the reproduction of frogs?
No, I don't want to know the reproduction of frogs.
I can give you the reproduction of frogs.
I'm good.
Well, fine then. You know what you can do then?
What?
Tell them where they can find us.
Hey, as always, guys, if you enjoyed what you heard today, you can come check me out on my podcast, the More Sports Podcast for everybody. And of course, we have Kyle's show, The Random Hour, where we do random things like this, and we've interviewed some awesome content creators in 2024. And hopefully, we'll have some coming out in 2025 as we're trying to piece all that together. And of course, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Random Incorporated, where you can watch the video versions of all those awesome episodes from that show as well as this show as well. And hey, you can follow us on social media. You can follow us on Instagram as Rando Bucket Boys, and you can follow us on Twitter at Rando Corporate One.
Yep.
And
Alrighty.
my last words are, "Where's my money?"